had this Jeep Liberty when we lived in Colorado. It was my favorite car.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa called me one day and was like, I'm in Denver. I drove down there with my little Jeep Liberty.
Yeah.
And then I spent the day with her, hung out with her. And as I was leaving, she was knocking on my window. And I rolled my window down. And she went, your car's here.
Oh my God.
And I looked out. And it was smoking. It had blown up. Hi.
Hi. Welcome back to our podcast.
I'm Karin.
And I'm Gloria. And we have a little bit of an announcement this week.
Yes. We have decided to make a change, which we've just been doing since day one because podcasts are dynamic. Everything about being on the internet is dynamic. I don't know.
Yeah. We realize and know that we're a little chaotic. Our episodes are a little chaotic. Yes. We got a lot going on and we like it.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to tell them?
Sure. We are going to rebrand of sorts as Chaos and Company. So welcome to our podcast, Chaos and Company, where we bring the chaos and you stay for the company.
We're very excited about the change and we think it fits our brand better, our vibe that we're trying to give.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's early enough in all this, I don't know, chaos that it's okay.
I agree.
We're not famous yet.
I mean, and to be fair, I don't want to be famous.
But yeah. Oh, no.
It'd be nice to make a chunk of money off of it.
It'd be nice to make like $5. Honestly, like anything. If we can make $599, we don't have to pay taxes.
Literally.
But, anyways, yeah, we're just truly here to hang out and tell you chaotic stories that are happening on the internet. And that's kind of the format it's been taking is we come and we share what we've seen through the week and stories we've experienced, and we kind of love it. So if you love it, thank you for coming back. And if you want to continue, you're welcome to. Yes. And if not, that is okay too.
It is. It truly is.
Comment, call out. When I was going back through our YouTube comments, we actually get comments there, and it's kind of interesting to read.
Like on YouTube?
And I sent, and I sent Gloria, I said, you have to go read the comments on our Mama Shell video. And she was like, I was going to call that one lady rude, but I realized she's my sister.
I was like, yeah, her comment sounded
too chaotic for Nana.
It
took me a minute too to read.
I think it was just constructive criticism.
Yeah, so well, I think we should explain that video, what happened.
Yeah.
So on our old formatting, our software that we used, we could pause a recording and come back. This one we cannot do.
No.
So
if you pause on this one,
did do that.
It will save your episode out of order.
Completely. So think intro last.
Yes.
Because that's what happened.
It was
so if
awful.
Things seemed out of order on that video, it is because we had to change the complete order in which they were set in the software. And we had to do it multiple times because that was just a mess. Every time we think we have everything figured out, we change what we're doing on one thing and it's chaotic again. But I think we have like 3 or 4 weeks under our belt with this software and it's better. Mm-hmm. Much better, I think.
And I do like it. I think I like it more.
Gloria's been knocking out edits in one day.
Yeah, girl. It's because I don't want to have to think about it after that one day.
Yeah.
I want to get it done. So like Mondays.
Yeah. No, which I
Mondays,
love.
I'm like, that's editing day. So all day I don't clean until like the end of the day. Obviously, I have 4 children, okay? And my kids are back in school, so I'm doing that in the morning, and then I only have my toddler, so she's like chilling, playing in the living room, and I just edit around her. So,
no, that's how I ran my photography business for years.
Yes, I've actually been getting them done.
Yeah. One more comment I wanted to talk about though was because I ended up following this person, and we can put their name on the screen here. Okay. I will say not necessarily that we agree with any of their views or anything like that. It's an interesting follow. They commented on our Mama Shell video and said that they were a part of her cult for 4 years and they had been transitioning. They were transgender, female to male, for 9 years.
Yeah.
And they were in her cult for 4 of those. And 2 years ago, I believe they left and were saved. And currently they're detransitioning and they share tidbits about their detransitioning journey and their journey with Christ. And I think that is just super cool. And I thought it was cool that anyone who was ever in her cult saw our video.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so right.
Really wondering if
like,
she
were
saw
they looking
it.
up her hashtags or something? So I don't think she has because I followed her from our business TikTok and she added me to a secret group that she has. It's called like a club or something. I don't know. I didn't know you could do that on TikTok, but you can. And she posts in that group like things to do every day.
Yeah.
But also they had a room come available at the retreat and she posted it in there and said that it was available. You could come stay for like 6 months and be a part of it. And I was like, I didn't know that was happening either. And so there's new things that I'm learning. And I don't think she would have done that had she seen our video.
True.
I think we'd be blocked on all friends.
True. I agree. Although she might not even care. Honestly.
I'm not even sure she looks. Well, I would say I don't think she looks at stuff on the internet, but
yeah,
she definitely does. But yeah, so that's just my little things.
Yeah. We love comments. I love that we even get them.
Yes. We think same. I love going to read them. Sometimes I'm 2 weeks too late.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are like, once people really follow your podcast, you almost can't read the comments. You need to not be on there. So I love that we get like 3 every couple of months. Yeah.
Don't be mean to us.
And we get to just...
My poor heart
when you
can't
start
take
being
it.
mean, honestly, we just won't look at
Yeah, seriously.
No, it won't be cool. Someone said Taylor Swift really did turn the comments off 10 years ago and never looked back. And truth. She was like, you know what? Comments aren't going to make me famous.
Yeah. For real. People are just mean. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on from Mama Shell. Do you have a question this week? Because I have one.
Yes. I do have one. Okay. But I'll let you go first.
So, what is your favorite childhood memory? Like, if you have to think back on a moment in time that you wish you could just go back and relive it over and over again.
I don't know. Should we go to Reddit and read some of theirs and then think of it? Do you have one?
I would say that I think mine would probably be one, desert thunderstorms growing up were so fun.
Obsessed with desert thunderstorms.
One time our desert by our house flooded. Like flooded. We went swimming in it. That's how flooded this desert was. So I would say thunderstorms. And they're also one of my favorite memories because we would sit in the garage, like me, my dad, my brothers and sisters. We would just sit in the garage and we would just watch the thunderstorms. And the smell, I can't even explain to you how good this smell is.
It's the one thing. Oh my gosh, when we lived in Colorado, like our first week there, I still remember, and I went, oh my gosh. And Sean was like, what? I like look like I'm about to worship in the middle of this parking lot somewhere. Yeah. And he's like, what are you doing? And I said, it's about to rain. And he was like, how the frick do you know that?
Yeah.
I'm like, because in the desert you can smell it.
Yes.
It is literally the one thing that I wish I could bring with me everywhere. The smell of the desert rain.
Yeah. My sister-in-law, since she's, moved to Washington, she said that's the one thing that she misses. Even though it rains out there, it doesn't smell like that.
It doesn't smell the same. And there is no warning smell anywhere else. Like, I smell it in the deserts. So I smelled it in Lubbock. I smelled it in Colorado. I don't smell it here. You know what else weird smells from like LA? Well, Southern California. I miss the smell of onions.
Oh my gosh. Yes. That's so funny you say that because living in Lake LA, when you have to drive to Lancaster or Palmdale, you pass onion fields.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
all the onions
yes,
in the entire world have to be grown
literally
in Lake LA. It doesn't make any sense.
But where I live and the roads that I take, I don't go by the onion fields anymore. But the other day, it was like a couple weeks ago, I was driving down 70th Street East, and they have newly planted onion fields right there. Oh my, and it was like early in the morning. I was on my way to my sister's in Ventura. I can't even tell you all of the memories of like Lake LA and being a kid and driving in cars on a hot summer day to Lancaster. I was like, wow, I didn't even realize I missed the smell so much.
Yeah. No, I miss it. The one thing it's funny, I tell people all the time, I like traffic.
Yeah.
Especially in the summer. And not in the summer, like the death of summer, but like the early summer when you can roll down the windows. And like, I remember when I went out there, the time I saw you when you were pregnant with your first and I came out, I remember getting out of LAX, renting my car, getting in my car, and being on the 101 and thinking, I love it here.
Yeah.
Like, I will sit in this traffic
Right.
on this road all day and love it because it's so just, I don't know. I struggle now because people are like, how does anybody live in California?
Yeah.
And I saw an interview the other day on like a night show or something where he was talking about, I don't know who this person was, but he was talking about why he's staying. He goes, I live in the only state where you can get in your car and you can go to snow in an hour. You can go to the beach in an hour. You can go to the country in an hour. You can go to anywhere you want in an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I do miss that. People don't believe that I would just ditch school and go to Santa Clarita and hang out. I'm like, no, I totally did.
Yeah. I would agree with that about California.
Favorite childhood memory. I don't know that I have a favorite childhood memory, but I do just miss so much of Lake LA. Like so much of that was normal life to me.
Yeah.
That I wish I could relive or like bring with me. But it's hard because it's not even normal now, right?
No.
Like it's not that those things are normal now, but it's not safe to live a normal life necessarily in the areas we grew up. But it was at the time. My question for you actually was going to be something from our childhood that seemed normal.
Yeah.
That when you got out of like LA, we're like not normal.
Yeah. For real. You're like, well, this is weird.
Yeah, I said recently because we saw one, the dumpsters from Lake LA.
Oh yeah.
I saw one recently and I told Sean that's what our trash cans were. Like that when they say take your trash out, that's what we rolled down the driveway in the morning. And he went, how much trash did you guys have?
A lot.
We just that's what we rolled down the driveway. I don't know why.
Yeah, seriously.
Or some people just had them at the end of the driveway.
Yeah, like they just kept them there.
Yes. Yeah. In the road. Big old green waste management dumpster. Another one for me was recreational softball. I did not know that every other town in America did not have this massive softball league that everyone was just a part of their whole life.
Yeah.
And you knew everybody and you all played softball together your entire lives until you were old enough that your kids played and you were the umpires.
Yeah, I didn't play any sport.
But did you go to the softball fields? I feel like you were at the softball fields.
Yeah,
summer.
because my brothers played. And then my sister, I think, played soccer. Yeah. So, like, I was always at the soccer field. That's another thing. I don't know if you remember this, but on the soccer field, if you went down by the gates, like at the back of the school, there was like a gutter. And in that gutter, there were tadpoles.
I didn't know that.
And while my sister was playing soccer, I would take a water bottle and I would fill a water bottle with tadpoles.
Would you get her to drink them ever? That would
No. She was older than me. She was smarter than me and she probably would never.
She was smarter.
Yeah. No, I never made anybody eat them, but and I don't even think I took them home. Like I just played with them and then put them back.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a weird thing. Freaking tadpoles. Yeah.
They're so cool though.
Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about.
Go for it.
Have you heard of the Amy Bradley missing case?
Is she the one that went missing on the cruise ship?
Yes.
So crazy thing about her missing case, I've known about it for
Yeah.
years. Never knew she was gay.
Me either.
Not that it matters. Yeah. It has been made into such a thing this time around. Totally weird. And it's so funny now to like have people be talking about it like crazy because I'm like, I've been talking about these cases my whole life and everyone's looking at me like I was insane. And here we are.
So
full circle.
I had never, ever heard of this case. And I watched the Netflix just brought out a documentary about it. And I watched it before bed last night, which was a bad idea because it's all I can think about going to bed. And when that happens, I just don't sleep.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard, this girl was on a cruise ship with her family. I think it was Royal Caribbean. And there's a lot of talk about who she was and a lot of talk about a specific like band player.
His name was Yellow,
yes.
Right? Or something crazy.
And they were like, so they had a club on the ship. He played in the club. And at one point in the night, they were dancing. There are 2 girls that were like hanging out of their room, like these girls' room. They were just like chilling, and it was really, really early in the morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning or something like that. And they say that they saw her and him together into a room or something, and then he came out and she wasn't with him or something. Anyway, basically they get back on the boat because they're like docked, right?
Are you there? Gloria, come back to me. I don't know why I keep saying it like it'll make it better. Oh no. We lost Gloria. I'm afraid to stop the recording. So in today's news, so this week I saw something on Instagram and I thought it was just so rude, but I'll share it with you guys now. It says, being a parent is wild because no matter how tired you are, too bad. Truth, though. Another thing that happened recently, one of my kids likes to keep her teeth. She always writes a letter for the tooth fairy and says, can I keep my teeth? And tooth fairy is always like, just keep it. Well, then my oldest lost her tooth recently, and my youngest, the tooth fairy forgot to take the tooth, okay? Tooth fairy gets tired too. And my youngest, the next day, shared with us that she asked her sister if she could keep it because she thinks she wants to start a collection of teeth, even ones that aren't hers.
Okay. We did have some technical difficulties. We're back.
It'll be fine.
It'll be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Okay. I had to move locations.
It's fine.
It's just.
I was like, I texted Sean. I said, Gloria got kicked off. It's been a few minutes. She's not answering my text. And then I called you. I said she sent me to voicemail. Did her trailer like fall off a cliff? I'm kind of concerned.
Yeah, dude. It's rough out there.
Yeah. Every week is a new thing. Who's been here long enough to see when my camera was purple?
Yeah.
Because that was
fun. All right. So before we had technical difficulties, we were talking about Amy Bradley, who went missing on a cruise ship. She was believed to have left the cruise ship with this man that they call Yellow. He played guitar for the band that was on the cruise ship. And he swears, even to this day, that he had nothing to do with it.
And he's still out there on cruises, which is wild.
Right? I'm like, you got to get this man out of here. Mm-hmm. I think it was Barbados is where this specific cruise was going through.
Interesting.
Yeah. 19 years later, after she went missing, in 2017, the daughter of Yellow reached out to the family.
Stop it.
Yeah. And was
See,
like,
I have not seen this, so I don't know.
Girl, I was like, oh my gosh. It totally creeped me out last night too. But I'm like easily creeped out. So, yes, she calls the family and she's like, hey, I am not good at this, but I have some information and I just think you need to know. And if it was my kid, I would want to know. So basically, she comes on, like they interview her.
Oh my goodness.
And she talks about how she really thinks her dad is involved in some way. She doesn't know what way that is. But she said one day he came home and he had a bag and it was full of pictures of Caucasian women. She said only Caucasian women. And so she was saying, like, every time I ask him about it, he gets defensive and he acts really weird. So, like, it makes me think that he's involved. And she calls him while they're interviewing him on speaker.
Oh, no.
And she asks him questions.
May that level of childhood resentment never find my kids.
Right?
I'm also not out here murdering anybody, but.
Or not even murdering, like kidnapping and used for sex trafficking. Because that's what they think is happening with her. We'll get into that. Let me text back my husband.
You're good.
All right. So the daughter of Yellow, calls him and she asks him, what happened to Amy Bradley? And he's like, I don't know why you continue talking about this. I did nothing wrong. I'm not involved. And she's like, yeah, but what about the bag of pictures of Caucasian women? Why did you have all those pictures? And he's like, well, a lot of people want to take pictures with me on the cruise. It's just normal. Which I'm sure, yeah, sure, maybe.
Mm-hmm. So I want to play devil's advocate because so there's a podcast I recently listened to a series. It's called Sex, Lies, and Tacos. And it's so funny. And it's about an American woman who goes to Mexico and this guy who works on her resort, like, I don't want to say grooms her, but like,
yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
Right.
He's like, hey, do this, but don't tell the resort. Nobody can know we're dating, but I want to take you out to dinner type thing. And he takes her out to dinner. They wind up in a several-year relationship. And she's not the only one. Like, that's what it makes it all fall apart is he has several.
Yeah.
So I believe wholeheartedly, if you've ever seen like documentaries or things like how Sierra Mist on Instagram, she's a flight attendant. She has a whole like OnlyFans and everything because she and pilots and other flight attendants like get janky with each other. Yes, it's a thing. So my argument is 100% he's right.
Yeah.
There are people who go on cruises and want to sleep with the men who work there.
Right.
2, imagine you work somewhere. Like, imagine you work at Target.
Yeah.
You've worked there for 20 years. And one day while you're working, someone dies in the store.
Yeah.
Or goes missing. Imagine 20 years later, your kid calls you and they're interviewing for a show. And they're like, tell me about such and such. Now, I know it was a bigger deal because he definitely was investigated and looked into. And there's been several believed sightings of her.
With him.
But assuming he didn't do it. So I didn't know that there were sightings of her with him. I thought they were like in brothels and stuff.
No.
But
so there was a sighting that a guy saw him and her on the beach. And the guy says that he was talking to Amy Bradley. And he said that he was asking them questions like, because he's a tourist. And he said the look that the guy gave him was like, don't talk to us. And then he didn't say anything, just stared at him and then walked away and like grabbed her and took her away from the guy.
Devil's advocate again. You and
Yeah.
your husband are on the beach. Some man comes up to you, even if you're in another country,
Yeah.
and some man comes up to you and talk, isn't your husband gonna give him that same look? Like, bitch, why are you talking to my woman?
I mean, I wouldn't know. Nobody's trying to talk to me at the beach, you know?
It's literally same.
But yeah, there's several sightings. And then years later, they get sent pictures of somebody that wanted to remain anonymous, obviously. But he found these pictures on a website that
Okay.
you go on there and you can either like look at naked women, or I believe you can like book these women. So
book them for camera time, like they're cam girls
for sex. I think you can have sex with them.
Okay, but in other like in America?
No.
Okay.
So I think it's Barbados. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure it is. And
Okay,
so
so
out there somewhere.
The theory is that she's in Barbados. Now,
yeah,
wasn't
the
there
theory
blood?
is she's still alive.
And there's no theories that she's not alive.
No.
Wasn't there blood found on her balcony?
Not that I know of.
Okay. So, because this is a story, right? Like, she was sharing a room with her brother, and they were right next to her mom and dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she, like, last was seen in the room, right? Like, out on the balcony?
She was last seen with that guy Yellow in his room, not in her room.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because those girls saw him and her go in the room together, and then when he came out, she wasn't with him. So, I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
There's a lot of talk about like room key entry data. So there's like room key entry data at a certain time, but there's no way to detect when somebody leaves the room
or who's using the key.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to watch this tomorrow.
You should.
My thoughts.
It is.
Okay.
It's actually a really good documentary. Her family, it breaks my heart because the mom and dad have said, like, we have not gotten to live our lives. Like, this completely has taken over our lives. The brother, he's like, I don't even have kids because seeing my parents go through losing a child, I don't ever want to experience that. So I don't even want to have a kid.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so sad though, to like not even want the love of a child.
Yeah. It is heart-wrenching to watch this family.
Wow.
I suggest everybody watches it because it is so crazy.
And do you think she's alive?
I think she's alive. So they had an expert come in and pinpoint all the things that never change about your face. So like your ear shape, she had like right here, the apples of her cheeks, they kind of like just the way that they looked, her bone structure, and something else. But they matched them up. Oh, her chin. She has a very prominent chin. And so they matched all those up. And I'm telling you, I think that is that girl.
The girl that they compared the pictures to?
Yes. She looks completely different. Obviously, she's aged. She has long black hair, and she had like a boy haircut when she got taken.
Right.
So, and she has like makeup on, and it's like messy, but it looks so much like her.
It's crazy too, because like confirmation bias with our brains, like wanting to tell us that's real too, because every millennial girl is like taken. That was our fantasy.
So true.
Was our dad was gonna come to save us after we got kidnapped.
Yeah.
I have
and they had like
a set of skills.
They had like 4 Taken movies. It was like, how often is this bitch getting kidnapped?
Literally, like,
what is going on?
Liam Neeson. You should have taught her to be smarter.
Right?
Don't let your dumb child go to whatever country she's going to by herself. Also, we always wanted that. Somebody take me to another country and put me. I think predators use that. They were like, I can put you up in a hotel in my country. It'll be so pretty. And you're like, take me. My dad will come find me.
Yeah. I can't wait for you to watch it, and then you'll have to text me.
Okay.
I'm going to send you. Oh my God. You know what I saw on Reddit?
What?
I saw videos of Brian Koberger in prison.
Yeah, so a lot of prisons, most people don't necessarily go visit people in prison. A lot of prisons have gone to these video systems for phone calls because then they can
Yeah.
get away with like, you don't even have to come see the person. You can just video call them.
Right.
But they record and they are also monitored.
Well, no, this is him in his
Which,
cell.
what?
I gotta send it to you. Yeah, and he's so weird. Like, okay, that video I just sent you is one of those things where they bring candy and they tell you their trauma.
Oh,
but it's all about their dead parents.
Stop it.
It's really good.
Let me send you a dead dad section.
Literally a whole segment about dead dads.
Dead Dads Club. My dad's alive.
Yeah, her dad's alive.
If you want to go watch it.
My dad is dead.
So, fun memory about Gloria and I, because I brought this up to my therapist, by the way, that I don't remember your dad dying.
Oh, yeah.
We're unpacking. So, we're getting into childhood. Anyways, one of our first memories was our moms were going somewhere, and Gloria's mom was like, well, I guess Gloria could just stay with my dad while we're gone. And Gloria was like, we could just stay here. Dad's in the cupboard. Or dad's in the cabinet. And I was like, what do you mean your dad's in the cabinet? She's like, oh, he's dead. His ashes. And like, like from that moment forward, best friends forever. So dead dad stuff is just funny to us. I don't know. Even though my dad's not. If my dad was dead, it wouldn't be funny. But
not for a while. But once
me a couple years.
Not so fresh, it'll be funny. Yeah. You have to laugh about it. Let me tell you. Yes. Please don't die.
Correct.
Let me tell you the funniest joke I've ever made to me. And I mean, while I was sending this text message, I could not handle myself. I was beside myself. I was laughing so hard. I cried. Okay. My sister, this was like not even that long ago, maybe like 4 years ago. My sister was dating somebody and she was like, hey, do you have a picture of dad? I want to show whatever his name is. And I was like, yeah, I got a picture of dad. And I will put it up here on the screen.
Oh,
because it is so funny. Yeah. I even have I think I have a screenshot of the text messages too. I sent her a picture of me kissing my dad's urn.
I've seen that.
My sister was like, you're stupid.
No, I think it's hilarious.
I thought I was being such a fucking funny gal.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's hilarious.
Okay, so first
Koberger though, I think
weird,
it might
right?
be AI.
No.
Have you seen the videos of the animals jumping on the trampoline in the middle of the night?
I have, but you think that's AI?
Who is out here?
It looks like moves. Well, yeah, because it looks like somebody is filming I saw another video. There's another video that was posted within this thread, I believe. Because somebody is filming it, like a CO is filming it off his phone. That's why it zooms in and out. Because he's zooming in and out with his phone. So somebody that works at the prison shared these. Yeah. So I don't think it's AI. I think it's somebody's about to be in trouble. Whoever. Better get that data off your phone, sir.
Okay. Oh, I mean, too late. Unless you're going to do a Higgins.
Just destroy it completely. Okay. So this video that we're about to share with you is the trend where you bring a candy and you put it in a bowl and you say what your family trauma was.
Hi, my name is Krista, and they tried to take my dad off life support on my birthday, and I brought the Spencer's.
Hi, my name's Katie. I get asked how tall I am, how tall my parents were, and my mom is 6'3", and my dad was 6'5", but now he's 6 feet under, and I brought the gummy bears. Get in there.
Hi, my name is Landon, and my family has an awesome problem with cancer, and I brought the Skittles.
Hi, my name is Emma, and when my dad died, my dad's family only talked to my siblings, and I brought the Nerds Clusters.
Hi, my name is Braden, and when I was 9 years old, my mom got T-boned and died on impact, and I brought the M&Ms.
Hi, my name's Ella, and I found out my mom died at a Freddy's, so the workers gave me free ice cream because they felt bad, and I brought Sour Patch Kids.
Hi, my name's Akira. My dad died from suicide. I found him, and the CPS worker said it was my fault that I couldn't give him CPR. I brought them numbers.
Hi, my name is Ainsley, and my mom loved me so much that her heart stopped. And I brought the truly sour gummy worms.
Oh, her telling the story of her dad with CPR, she was so sad.
Yeah.
My mom loved me so much that her heart stopped. Dude. Oh, that one girl's so sad. Actually, I don't know if I've told you this, but on tour, when I was on tour with my choir,
Yeah.
we like spent 3 weeks at a camp where we trained. Mind you, my kids had been, so in Uganda, they would separate the kids from their families and they would train in a house for 6 months. And then they would come to America and then they would be here for 6 months. So it was a full year commitment for them.
Yeah.
So we're at the camp for 3 weeks. After the camp, we get to our first church and we would stay with host homes. But we were like, this church was our main church. They sponsored us to come. It was a whole thing. So we were staying at their church and like unpacking all of our things and counting. And we were getting ready to really be on tour.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call. Mind you, I was 21. Just turned 21, like fresh.
Yeah.
Like October, I went to Uganda. November, I turned 21. January 1st, I'm with these kids.
Yeah.
And one of the people involved in the ministry called me and said that one of my kids' dads had died.
Oh, no.
And I went, oh, what do we do? And they were like, well, someone has to tell him. And I said, yeah, but he's going home, right? And they were like, no.
What?
He was 9.
Oh, my gosh.
Mind you, I'm in charge of all these people, all the kids, all the adults. So I pull the adults into a room and I tell them. And both Ugandan men said, well, one of them said, oh, my dad died when I was on tour too. Freedom was my age at the time. And Freedom and I knew each other from childhood because I met him while he was on his tour. And I said, your dad died when you were on tour? And he said, yes. And I was like, okay. Did you go home? He was like, no.
No.
Okay. Then the other person with us was like, I'll tell him. And I was like, I need to know how you're going to tell him.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I'm just going to tell him like it's important that he be the man of the house now and everything. And I was like, so no. Nope. You can't talk to him. We had a lot of that on this tour. But Freedom was like, I'll tell him.
Yeah.
Like, his dad died. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay, you're better than me. But also, like, I didn't realize that in their culture, you cannot cry.
What?
Like, as a man, you cannot cry. So,
wow.
Culture shock day 1, right? I'm like, okay, hello, dad died. And any American kid would be back on the plane. Like, you can't stay here. Your
Going
family's
home,
in ruin. No, it was literally just, okay. He might get a phone call with his mom later this week. And they tried to tell him he couldn't cry. And I was like, so what we're not going to do in America is tell this kid he can't cry.
Yeah.
Which was a big why they don't do tours anymore. Because turns out it's bad if you tell a kid he can cry for 6 months and then send him back to a country that, not that anything
tells
happened
him
to
not
him,
to.
but
yeah.
Yeah, but they come to America, they get to stay in beds and have regular food and regular meals, and then they go home and they don't have that. And it's very sad. But yeah, it was super weird. It's super crazy how everyone reacts differently to dead parents, but
Yeah.
that poor girl that said she didn't give her dad CPR.
I know.
She struggled to get that out.
Well, yeah. And the fact that it was the ambulance.
Yeah.
Awful.
Don't you dare.
Telling her dad died because you didn't give him CPR. My God.
Most adults can't give people CPR.
She was young. Like, come on. Okay. The next video that I'm going to share with you guys.
Okay.
Have you seen these pictures that Chris Brown does with his fans?
Chris Brown meet and greets. Fans pay $1,000 to take pictures with him and get up and close and personal and real personal. You know, Chris Brown gonna make it fun. You know, he kissing them and let him sit on his lap. You know, it's real love. And you know, women pay for that $1,000 to meet their favorite singer. That's cool. But even guys pay for it. You notice the guys is just cool. It's really no contact, no touching pictures. You know, except for this dude right here was like, man, this dude said, let's touch tips. Chris Brown said, pause. He said, no, man, I meant fingertips. Man, and then, you know, it's playful. He got a few spinners, picking them up, holding them, you know what I'm saying? It's all fun and game until they get a little lustful. He looking them in the eyes, choking them out. See, like, he getting flashbacks with Rihanna right there. See, this is too much. Like, okay, you know what that's kind of insinuating. He got his finger in her butthole. Like, he is squeezing. That's a meet and squeeze. All right, my boy need Jesus now. This is getting out of hand. Yeah, he need prayer. Okay, she came right in time.
That's a fan?
That's a fan. That woman, these fans, pay $1,000.
$1,000?
$1,000. So that they can take pictures like this with Chris Brown. They get nasty.
The big booty one, even guys pay for it. You mean he wasn't going to kiss the guy?
No, but could you imagine if some guy was like, hey, I paid $1,000. Like, I want you to treat me like a woman. He'd be like, no. Are those not insane? I've been seeing these. They keep coming up on my Instagram.
I've never
of like
seen
people
those.
talking about them. At first I was like, what is this? And why is it so many different women? And then you learn these people are paying $1,000 to be roughed up by Chris Brown.
People work,
right?
I don't know what I do differently than other people, but I just ain't got a extra $3,000 laying around that I could just be like, do I want Chris Brown to hold my neck?
Yeah.
No. Like, I ain't got that kind of money. Also, I didn't know Chris Brown was still out, like, doing things.
And this is another thing. Why? Why are people still paying for this man?
No, and they're fans.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But the social media of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hate social media. I say that all the time, but.
Me too. Everything's fake on social media. Nobody is their true self. You don't get to see anybody.
So we're going to watch the video I sent you.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of nothing.
They're like in Greece or something. Oh, Paris.
Wow.
My favorite is the caption. It says, let this love never find me.
And see, that's what I don't like. If you have to play your relationship up for a camera, just don't be in one. It's gross.
If I saw a couple doing that moment, no camera, I do not think it's played. I think it's real. I think they really want to be there together. This is special. This is so cool. The minute he just leaves her ass over there and it goes straight recording for the camera. First of all, get an Apple Watch or a remote.
Right?
Second of all, I don't want that love.
Neither do I.
I do not.
Bro, I barely post my husband on social media.
Same. My husband hasn't posted on Instagram since like 2013. It's a terrible picture of me like laying on the bed. Cameras were terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not laying on the bed in a bad way. Like I'm clothed,
Yeah.
I'm with our dog, and I'm just like, oh, Layla. But literally has not posted or done anything on social media since then.
You know what's funny is that I think about this often. You know how,
Mm-hmm.
we'll send profiles to each other and be like, you
Mm-hmm.
think they're divorced? You think she's still with her man? I'm sure people probably feel like that about me because I never post my husband. Like,
No, you don't.
rarely ever. No.
People do not look at your page and think, wonder what shit Gloria and her husband been into recently.
I hope not.
Because you've never been like, wow, this man ain't no man for me. I'm at the gym, bitches. Like, you've never, and same, like, I even used to post big, like, got a promotion or, oh, I love him, anniversary stuff. And then I figured,
Yeah.
no, I'd rather just tell him. Like, I don't even post for my friends anymore on their Facebooks. I texted one of my best friends the other day. It was her birthday. And I was like, happy birthday.
Happy
I
birthday.
hope you had so much fun. I ain't got the time to go out with you tonight. But you know what? She was with her kids and her man. And they went and spent the day together. And like,
yeah,
that's what I'm doing. So
right.
don't
Same.
post on my Facebook wall. First of all, nobody ever does post on my Facebook wall, which I think is why I'm like so bitter about it. I'm like, I'm not posting on these walls. But
yeah.
no, none of it's real. And so when people
Yeah.
do post it, that's when everyone's like, you posted him every day for 10 years and told us how much you loved him, and now we don't see him at all. You deleted every
Exactly.
picture of him. What did he do though?
And listen,
What did
I
he
love
do,
my
though?
husband. Okay, I love him. We don't often get pictures together because 95% of the time, I look like I'm homeless, and that's okay.
Same.
Okay.
We went to Kings Island yesterday.
Yeah. How
And
was
I
that?
said,
And also,
yeah,
what is that?
not for me. Oh, it's like the smallest version of Six Flags you've ever seen.
Okay. Okay.
But everyone in Cincinnati thinks it's like the shit.
The best.
And it is.
Mm.
It's bigger now than
Yeah.
than I remember it being like when I was in high school. But I remember the first time I ever went, my dad was like, "Come to Kings Island." And I was like, "Okay." And I walked around and I was like, "This is it," because Six Flags is you're just never gonna see everything in a day. And
Six Flags is sad now.
did you see their lease is up?
Yeah, I think they're gonna close.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Yeah. I wonder like what happens to Hurricane Harbor. Aren't they like
So we
together?
So we have a water thing here too. It's called the
Mhm.
beach, but it's been closed for several years. So Kings Island like has their own now.
Oh,
But
okay.
I always call it the beach. People are like, "Are you going to the water park?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go to the beach." And then I'm like, "Beach doesn't exist anymore." It's still here. It's still like
How weird.
not open. It exists. It's there. You
Hmm.
cannot get in it. The slides are all still there. I want so badly. Right now it's for sale, and I want to write the guy that's selling it and be like, "Can I just come in and take pictures, bro?" It's so cool.
Yeah.
But the minute he has sensors on the fence, the minute you touch it, like police everywhere. So not that I've
Oh
done it.
shit. Well, that's good. I wonder. That's like my favorite thing to watch on YouTube is like abandoned place videos. So freaking cool. But
You sent me the one of the mall that I used to work
yeah,
in.
the mall. Yeah, I'm obsessed with videos
no.
like that. It's so cool.
I used to work at Tri County Mall. That was the mall to go to. I worked at the Victoria's Secret,
Hmm.
Buckle. I knew the Foot Action group because they were like when you work for one store nearby, you work with all of them sometimes.
Yeah.
So weird. So weird that it is like if you haven't been to Tri County recently, a fence is up around it.
Yeah.
You cannot even get in. It is so weird. And I'm just like, this was the mall to come to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's funny is that
Weird.
like I don't ever go to our mall because it's chaotic. There's always something going on. Somebody was stabbed by the food court like a couple weeks ago. Like there's always something going on. But we went because my daughter wanted to go to like Hollister and stuff. On the way there, I was like, do we even have a Hollister anymore? Like I don't even know what's in the mall anymore, dude.
Sydney
But
Sweeney, what stores exist?
there is a Hollister in our mall still. And it's just wild because when I was purchasing her clothes, I was like, oh, I didn't know that Hollister was still here. And she's like, yeah. She's like, honestly, this mall is like super busy. I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. She's like, we're busy all the time. She said Valencia Mall is actually dead. She used to work there and came out here to work.
I used to
I was
go
like,
to a
that
mall,
is
like an outdoor
interesting.
mall in Santa Clarita. There was like a super nice one. That's where I used to
Isn't
go.
that
Like
the regular mall? Yeah, it's the regular mall.
maybe in Ohio,
Yeah, it's
they're
like
all
outdoor.
indoors, so I don't remember. But Antelope Valley
Which
Mall,
is
or like,
wild.
I'm so
AV Mall?
confused. Is indoors, right?
Yeah, it's indoors.
Okay.
It's wild to me that California would have outdoor anything. It's too hot out here, guys. I don't want to walk
I swear
around
by the
outside.
schools, though. I loved being outside. I hate that everything in other states is inside.
Like the
I
whole
miss-
school is inside?
Yes.
Mm.
Think about walking in a door in the beginning of the day
And
then you
never
cannot leave
leaving?
the rest of the day. Never leaving.
Yeah. Yeah,
Never
ours,
seeing
everything
the
is
sun.
outside.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, truly prison.
Literally. Have you? Yes. You have to go. If you don't go, they call the police. You're forced to eat, and you have to pay for that food, which is wild. That's another thing I
Yeah.
thought was normal. In like LA, everyone is on
Free
the
lunch?
low income eating plan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still like that. Like my kids get free lunch.
Correct.
They don't have to
Not
pay,
like that
which is
anywhere
really
else.
nice.
I just thought lunch was free.
That's wild. Okay, so we could talk about the girl that fell in love with her therapist.
Bro.
Or I'm sorry,
So,
psychiatrist.
I'm in love with my psychiatrist 90-second summary on Kendra's 62-part series. I watched it through. You don't have to. You're welcome. Let's go. She talks about how she was preyed on, gaslit, taken advantage of, and used by her psychiatrist because she would open up and tell him how in love she was with him, and he would respect her, set boundaries, and respond professionally. So in her mind, he was doing all of this to make her feel like he was good at his job, so she would keep coming back because he got off on knowing that his client was in love with him. She believes he liked the attention and used plausible deniability to maintain boundaries without crossing them. Kendra would tell him about dreams she had where they would hook up in his office, and when she mentioned this to him, he looked very uncomfortable and scared, and Kendra believes this is because he realized he was caught and wanted those dreams to come true. She got really angry at him when she found out that he would see clients in person because he only ever saw her on Zoom. So one day she showed up for an in-person meeting and ran to hug him, and he hardly even patted her on the back, but Kendra knows he only patted her because if he did more, the sexual tension would have been too high. She also discussed how she was hit by a car and was most likely internally bleeding, but she put off going to ER because she had an appointment with him that she didn't want to miss. A number of videos she's talking to us, the people commenting and yelling at us not to dox her psychiatrist, even though she's the one that leaked his name and tells us she isn't crashing out. She also tells us how she is posting this story to help people because the only person she could talk to about this was Henry, aka ChatGPT, that she named. Oh, and she would talk to her 75-year-old woman therapist about her psychiatrist, but the therapist was no help and also got off on hearing how she was in love with her psychiatrist. So now Kendra only trusts Henry, ChatGPT. Now, not all 62 parts are about the psychiatrist and therapist. Some of the videos are other people that are talking about her that she's uploaded with no context. For example, she would take this video, save it, upload it, no context. Oh, lastly, she's a yoga instructor who admitted sharing all of this with her students. So she has since been let go. She also owns her own business in ADHD coaching, and she's clinically insane. Well, that part she doesn't admit, but...
Do you watch Psychology in Seattle?
No.
He is a psychologist on YouTube, and he actually specializes in like harmful relationships with, like, he is a psychologist that treats psychologists and psychiatrists who have problems setting boundaries or like it's
Okay.
common.
Yeah.
Everyone, like, I was telling someone earlier about this actually. Psychology began because professors were having bad or inappropriate relationships with their students.
Yeah.
And so it began like this, oh, what is this? Why are they building
Yeah.
these relationships? Even though they know it's bad and there's boundaries
Right.
and what boundaries should be set. And then it's like, oh, well, then you share ideas. And anyways, so like this is a whole field of study in psychology.
Yeah.
I don't really want to play like her videos and like react to her because I think she's delusional. Like I think she's in. Have you seen the most recent one she posted?
No, but Dad Challenge podcast has 4 parts about her up already.
I had seen so many of her videos and people reacting to them by the time he posted his that I was like, I'm not watching it. But then she started posting more. Like she started doing lives. In Psychology in Seattle had them sent to him. So he was reacting and he was like, look, I'm worried about her. I'm more concerned because she was talking to, she talks to ChatGPT or AI, and she has one that she calls like Harry or something.
What?
Yes. So her videos in the beginning, she starts discussing that where she's like, I'm in love with my psychiatrist. Here's how our conversations are going.
Right.
And AI feeds her delusion. He's like, yes, sounds like.
No.
By the way, AI is not a person.
No.
2, AI does not think. AI is given knowledge. Knowledge is limited. And then it can develop hypotheses or pull from that knowledge it's given and develop responses.
Yeah.
But it then caters those responses to your needs. So if you say, I don't like this or I don't like this. So like AI told me that Karen Reed was guilty and I convinced him in 5 seconds that she wasn't. And he's like, you're right. You're 100% right. I no longer have any questions about Karen Reed's innocence. And I'm like, what? You don't have any questions? I still have questions. But so that's the thing, right? So she's like talking to AI about this interaction. And I think that is far more dangerous. Like, I think she's trapped in some delusion. I don't know the difference. Not a psychologist, not a psychiatrist. I also think these things. These are my opinions. Okay. Don't come to me. I'm not here for the facts. What does Emily D. Baker say? We're here for the facts, not fuckery. I'm here for the fuckery, okay? Not the facts. If you want the facts, go to Emily D. Baker. She's not going to react to this person because this person's in La La Land.
For real.
So in her lives most recently, though, she has Harry, or whatever his name is, and she has a second chatbot that she's using that is, would she call it Maud? So it's a woman. Female voice. It's not even a woman. It's a female voice.
Okay.
So then she'll ask Harry what he thinks of the situation. And then she'll say, Maud, for all my listeners on TikTok, can you say X, Y, and Z? And so she'll both feeding her delusion. So dangerous. I'm like, who gave this woman? Because you know she's paying for it or whatever. Who knows?
Well, yeah. And not only that, she's making these videos because she says she's helping other people that are going through it.
What's wild is when you find out she started making them before she broke up with her psychiatrist. Like before she stopped going to psychiatry, she had already made a video.
And I feel bad for this guy because I think he did set a boundary by not wanting to tell her that he saw people in person. He was very quiet about the fact that he saw people in person. He only saw this woman on Zoom. And as soon as she found out he saw patients, she booked an in-person appointment. And she's like, don't worry, guys. I did ask. I didn't just show up.
You know what we don't get told, though? If she lives in his city. Because you have to be in the same state to treat people via
But you don't
Zoom
have to be close. Right.
But you don't... He could be at the farthest corner and she could be at the most southern corner, right?
That's
like you
true.
don't know. So my concern is, how far did she travel?
I didn't think about that.
So I encourage you guys, if you have not seen her videos, to go look at them. I don't want to react to them. I think everyone has reacted to them, but I do think it's worth like a conversation because if one of my friends came to me and was like, hey, I think my psychiatrist is in love with me, I would say you need to stop seeing them. But it seems like from her story view, from her perspective, everyone in her life is feeding the delusion. And I can't help but wonder, did she really tell people? And that's what's hard, right? Like, that's where I'm like, she's stuck in some cycle because is her psychologist real? Her therapist?
I literally was just going to say, I wonder if her therapist is even real.
What if? Conspiracy theory. I talked to my therapist, right? Like, I got to pick her out of a lineup and I was like, oh, she looks like I could have a conversation with her. And we speak over Zoom or whatever we use.
Right.
She never, and she might. So if I'm false or if I'm wrong, tell me. I don't care. Tell me in the comments. I'd love to see it. She talks about talking to her therapist and her therapist struggling with boundaries, but it sounds like she never really talks about like being in the chair, you know, like speaking with her therapist. So I also wonder if she was like on one of those like online, like you text the therapist type thing.
Oh, okay. Like she
like
doesn't
maybe
even
she
see the
even never met
person
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She refers to her as some 75-year-old woman who also has a problem with boundaries. And I'm like, you were able to pick up on the boundaries of your therapist,
but not your psychiatrist.
But not your psychiatrist. Also, like she says several times, my therapist told me I should talk to my psychiatrist about that.
Yeah.
That is the nicest way of her saying, so I think there's another medication he might need to put you on. Like, right? She says, oh, she encouraged me to talk about my sexual encounters and my relationships and stuff like this. And I think that lady, however she saw this lady, whether she saw her via Zoom or however, who cares?
Right.
I think when she was saying, I think you need to talk to your psychiatrist about that.
Yeah.
Was her saying,
you need a little more help.
Alarmed here. Yeah, we might need to talk to somebody about that. Somebody that can prescribe you something. The other thing I think is super strange is her seeing her psychiatrist once a month for 4 years.
Yeah, because psychiatrists, normally you go there to get diagnosed, and then once you're on your medication, you should be fine. And maybe go back if you're having an issue with your medication and you guys need to adjust it. But like,
so fun
once
fact,
that's all
I have a
settled,
yes.
Like once that's all settled, I feel like you don't see them all the time.
Correct. I still have open lines of communication with my psychiatrist, but just brief history, right? I needed a psychiatrist. I was tired of being diagnosed by normal doctors that don't have the psychology aspect. So I did get diagnosed by my normal doctor, but I was like, I really just want to go to a psychiatrist. Make sure it's ADHD and not like bipolar or something, because I don't know what any of those things are. I didn't study them.
Yeah.
So I go to my psychiatrist, and the first week we start off on this dosage of medication. And then I see her, I think it was like 2 months later, 3 months later, never the next month. Yeah. And like in all of that, we tried several dosages. I even had a dose that made me delusional. So that was a strong no. And she was like, immediately come in. So I went in, we changed it again. This past week, I was like, I think I want to change my dosage. And so I messaged her. I was like, I'm happy to schedule an appointment. But if I don't have to, I'd love to change my dosage. And she was like, no problem, call it in. It is not a therapist's office. I do not go there and talk about my problems. My diagnosis appointments, yes.
Right.
Very much like, tell me about your life. Tell me what you're struggling with. Tell me about your childhood things. But actually not the like, tell me about the first time you were assaulted type thing. Like,
definitely not
that.
Hey, oh, you're in a relationship, tell me about all the sexual things that are happening with you. Like, no.
I don't talk about that with my therapist.
I truly think that
sure
she's feeding her own delusion.
Yes,
I really do.
Chat GPT or all this AI stuff, but it's so Yeah, she said one of her friends told her that, oh, he's gonna ask you to marry him one day or something. I don't necessarily believe your friend told you that. Give me things that never happened for 10,000 is what my brain was thinking.
I love that. And then when she first starts talking about it, she's like, yeah, he told me he liked my turtle shell glasses. So I'm wearing them, just in case he sees this video. I was like,
and I did struggle watching her videos the first time through because there are several instances where she says, I said this and he said nothing. That it's kind of alarming to me that I'm kind of like, why didn't he say anything? But you know what he didn't say? I like you too.
Right.
And so this is Psychology in Seattle. This is his thing. When he's watching her initial videos, he goes, so your psychiatrist is actually being super ethical, because a lot of psychiatrists would be like, want to have sex?
Oh my gosh.
Which is like wild to me. I'm like, that happens? But he's like, no, that totally happens. Let's be very clear. I did not talk to Psychology in Seattle. I was just listening to his videos. Yeah. He reacts to like 90 Day Fiance and Sister Wives and stuff like that. Also,
my God.
Interesting. Yes.
I'm going to have to go watch because those are like two of my favorite shows, especially Sister Wives.
The best thing is he doesn't watch the shows. His wife says, hey, this new show started. I think your audience would like it. And he's so chill and so just like, oh, I guess this could be happening. This seems strange. Yeah. Wow. He really doesn't like her. Like he's so funny about it, but not intentionally funny.
Right.
So Psychology in Seattle, shout out. Been watching him for years. But
so funny.
He even says a lot of psychiatrists that do have boundary issues will just sleep with you.
Oh my gosh.
100%. So it's like, this guy isn't doing that though. She never once says like, he said he was obsessed with me. He tried to meet me outside of hours. He tried to go, which she said she dates a guy, right? At some point, and he's just like another give me things that never happened for 10,000, because I don't know, but I'm not going out on a date with someone and gonna tell them the creepiest shit I've ever done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
so
if
she
I
says
want to date you, I'm not gonna be like, man, my client has these lacy red panties, gets me every time.
Right. It was
not gonna
super
happen.
weird.
Doesn't happen.
I thought it was weird too because you're dating this person. Why is he saying that to you?
Literally. Like he's telling you when he smash-a-rates, because why?
Red flag, break up with that guy.
Yeah. Immediately would not be on a date with him. And she acts like they keep dating. Because she says like, and then he knows how I went through that with my ex. And I'm like, he's not an ex. You went on a date.
No.
And that date
I think
should not have lasted.
Kept dating him. I think she kept dating him.
I think so too. Which is weird. But I'm not sure that that's what happened. Like, that's the other thing is, so I will tell you, when I was not like delusional, my whole life was not insane. I was on this medication for a week, but in that time frame, my reality shifted. And that's how I realized it was the meds, was I could tell normal things in my life were no longer as I knew them to be.
Right.
And so my fear for this girl is that I don't know what transitions she's going through, right? But she's been with this same psychiatrist for 4 years.
Right.
And it sounds like the delusion has been the entire time. So my thinking is,
literally,
what shifts was she going through in the beginning that her reality on these meds changed?
Yeah.
And she didn't have the foundation to recognize the change.
Right.
And failure on the psychiatrist. Although, like, we don't, another thing that could totally not exist. This could be, I sent Gloria so many reels this week of people being like, my husband has a daughter with our next door neighbor. And then the next day would be like, my husband has a daughter with the teenager gets on the bus down the street from us. And then it was like, my husband died yesterday. It was like, I was like, this girl's faking.
What the craziest videos.
Y'all, I'm not even kidding. Every day of this woman's life, her entire reality changes. But then every like third or fourth video, she's shilling some diet product. And so
or one of them was called like a sugar cube or something, and it was to like enhance your sexual whatever.
Yes. And I am convinced that woman started her Instagram to promote those, wasn't getting anything.
I think so too.
So then started doing these crazy things.
They're like little bits that she's doing with herself.
Yeah. Do you watch Sierra Mist?
No, but remember I sent you that video and I was like, this bitch is the reason that we had to change Sierra Mist to Starry.
Yes. So I actually knew her and I like her. I've always liked her content. She's the one that's a flight attendant that does spicy content.
I was watching a little bit of her flight attendant stuff, but
yeah, I don't watch that stuff. Okay, guys, she never puts that stuff on Instagram.
But she posts videos about being a flight attendant.
Yes, and she's also an influencer, and she did sue. Well, Sierra Mist sued her, but she won because patents expire. Yeah, whoever. Anyways, her thing for the past week has been, I'm like, is this really happening, or are we just in her delusion? She fired her nanny, her live-in nanny, because she thought her nanny was pregnant and she was pregnant.
Oh, that's what you sent me.
Yes, I sent you this week, but it was confusing because I sent you the other girl first, and I was like, everyone's husbands are out here just flipping.
Yes,
condoms, guys. Like, if you're gonna have an affair, don't do it.
But I believe she found out that her nanny wasn't doing anything with him.
Correct.
She followed him.
These are ones to a
concert. And then it was a dude.
The nanny's baby daddy.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, so she posted one yesterday. So let me send you this one because actually, this will be update.
That is so funny.
And so I'm like super confused because I'm like, bro, is this happening for real or are we getting a bit?
Yeah.
And I think that's what I hate about social media. I will tell you, this is a hard watch because this woman puts cereal in a bowl like I've never seen in my life. And
my gosh, right?
Life update, since I found out that my husband has been cheating on me with a man. For starters, until I get an explanation, my husband and I are not talking and he is not allowed in the house at all. That being said, there are still bills to pay, and guess who's in charge of paying them now? If you guess me, you'd be right. Which would be fine and all if I didn't just go on maternity leave from being a flight attendant because I'm literally about to pop. I'm on week 32 and already experiencing contractions. So it looks like instead of taking a break from my spicy accountant side hustle like I was planning on doing, I will still be taking your requests and filming videos until further notice. So if you see me posting a random thirst trap here and there or promoting that side hustle, just know I'm doing the best I can with what I have to work with to support my family and myself right now. Oh, another update. I let my nanny move back in with us because she's obviously going through a crisis also, and she's helping out a lot around the house. And odds are, being in the same circumstances together, we'll probably make content together. Last but not least, and probably the juiciest update I have for you all. You know how the guy my husband is cheating on me with is the same guy that my nanny was seeing, the same guy that she's living with and having his baby? Well, apparently everything my nanny knew about that guy is actually false. All the way down to his name. We found this out based on the tiny amount of information that my husband has given me so far. But let's just say our new favorite hobby is playing detective and getting to the bottom of this.
I immediately know that I could not be friends with her. The first time I watched it, I couldn't watch it. Like, I literally had to turn it off because I was like, I don't know what she's doing with the ice. And I'm very
what is happening with the ice?
And then I went to the comments.
I think I watched this.
Okay. Well, the comments are the best part, honestly.
Okay, so what is with the milk? Did we get this answered? I was distracted by the cereal process.
The ice chips don't bother me, but milk in the bowl before the cereal is psychopath behavior.
I'm confused. At first it was your former nanny, now it's a man?
Well, think about it. Her car, so that's how she found out it was her nanny, in theory. She kept showing up to spy on her husband. And the nanny's car was there.
But really, it was because
her boyfriend,
her husband. Yeah.
It sounds like your husband is getting to the bottom of it.
I came for the tea, but now I'm stuck on the ice cubes in the cereal.
I'm more confused that you put milk first than cereal, but you're awesome. Still hoping everything works out for you. Oh yeah, so this video specifically, did you watch the whole thing?
The other day I think I did.
Okay. So in this video we learned that she has paused being a flight attendant because she's due to pop any day.
Yes.
But before she had paused doing that, she had paused spicy content.
Oh.
Well, now that she can no longer be a flight attendant and her life is falling apart, she will be upping her spicy content and she will be doing it with her nanny that is now living in again.
And she's pregnant.
It's like, okay, baby, how she like invited her nanny to stay in, and we don't know if anything ever happened between her and her nanny and the husbands or whoever, but it's definitely questionable.
Yeah. I just saw a funny comment. He cheated on you because of your cereal process. It goes cereal, then milk. Get it together.
What happens if you don't have enough cereal for the amount of milk you put in? I will say she did like a little bit of milk, ice, cereal, a little bit of milk, ice, which is like,
what is the
we
point
can just
of
cut
that?
down the process.
I do understand ice and milk because I don't like to have milk unless it's ice cold. Like if I make chocolate milk, I'm putting ice in that baby.
I don't like chocolate milk.
Ooh, love a good chocolate.
Says, I stopped listening when you started making the cereal because wow, does this hurt my feelings?
Somebody said, I'm so sick of you.
Someone just said, dude, with a bunch of U's. Straight to jail for the cereal. I see that.
Oh my gosh. We don't kink shame. Let him enjoy who he is. No.
No.
If we didn't agree to this upon getting married, it's out.
Literally. This is her husband. This is her baby daddy. Okay?
Yeah.
This the man lives in her house, helps supposedly pay the bills. Oh, that was the other thing. She can't afford bills anymore.
What the hell are you doing with the cereal? Maybe maybe the cereal thing was rage bait because a lot of people do that too, where they will do something annoying.
Well, because that's what I felt like the other ladies. Yeah. So I watched Sierra Mist. I follow her, and I was skeptical because there's so many people right now being like, just found out my husband's having an affair with our neighbor. Has a 3-year-old kid.
What is going on?
Why are we all having affairs with our neighbors?
Can we not have affairs at all? Ever?
That is
with anybody?
something that like the lady taught me was normal, but we won't. My parents did not, by the way. Oh my gosh. People are gonna be like, we had an affair? I don't know. Okay. You know another thing that I thought was normal in Lake LA? Just random tidbit. The house we had the majority of the time, the neighbors, their kids, like kids, like young kids.
Yeah.
Sold drugs out the window. Like the adults were selling drugs, but the kids would hand them out the window. And I started thinking, we did more in and out of window business in Lake LA.
In Lake LA? For sure.
Yeah. I was hopping in and out of people's windows. I won't say who, but you know who. They closed off her bedroom and we had to get to it through a window. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
more in and out of windows.
They built a back room, but they never closed off the windows. So if you didn't want to go outside onto the porch and then inside the house, you just went through the mom's window.
Yeah, I remember that being so strange.
Fun.
That was the other thing. Swamp coolers. Other people don't use swamp coolers.
That's like my life still. I still have a swamp cooler. I don't have AC in my house.
Yeah.
My daughter has a window AC. We have a swamp cooler, and then we have a swamp cooler in my son's room.
We always had AC, but also swamp coolers. So whenever I'm like, we can just throw a swamp cooler on that window, my husband would look at me and be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's really funny. Yeah, it's like a thing out here.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
So
I remember
weird.
We'd come home and it'd be like, oh, why is it so hot in here? My dad would be like, make sure the hose is on.
Yeah.
To the swamp cooler.
Oh, I don't live that life anymore because that's how I lived my life in Lake LA, was like having the hose in the swamp cooler and you just turn the hose on. Yeah. I don't live that life. I have a water hose like a normal fucking human being hooked up to my swamp cooler. We are not a put your hose in. No. I will never do it again. Fun.
You mean you don't drive a car? Because you live in the area still, somewhat.
Yeah.
Where every once in a while your radiator heats up, so you have a jug of water in the back seat that you have to pour into your radiator to cool it down?
No, my husband's a mechanic.
Oh,
If he made me drive, also, I have a thing about breaking down because we broke it down so much as a kid that like, if any noise is happening with my car, I'm like, you got to fix it right now. I can't. You got to check it, make sure everything's good, or I'm not driving it.
Does it actually like blow your mind how little we break down, have flat tires, run out of gas, like winning?
That was my whole childhood.
It wasn't even my child. Well, no, every
mine.
youth group trip broke down.
Yeah.
Ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. We had gas stations.
Very thankful that I don't have to deal with that.
Same. I will say, so I had this Jeep Liberty when we lived in Colorado. It was my favorite car. I'm still sad about it.
Yeah.
Bought it for like close to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa Benoit called me one day and was like, I'm in Denver. And I'm like, you're close.
Yeah.
So I drove down there with my little Jeep Liberty.
Yeah.
And then I spent the day with her, hung out with her, went to leave. And as I was leaving, she was knocking on my window and I rolled my window down and she went, your car's on fire.
Oh my gosh.
And I looked out and it was smoking. It had blown up. So I was like, freaking Lake LA following me everywhere I go. Just breaking my cars. Anyways, it's not your fault, Alyssa. I don't blame you. But
that's
yeah,
so
I called
funny.
Sean, and I was like, you have to come get me.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the last time I saw Alyssa, but it was funny. But
That's
yes,
so
our cars were
crazy.
forever breaking down. I will never forget one time I was just driving home from a friend's house and my car overheated. And I had to pull over. And there was this man outside. He was like, everything okay? He's like spraying something. We didn't have grass where we grew up. Let's be real. He's spraying something.
Spraying dirt.
And he's like, do you want my hose? Like we could put some in. And I went, I gotta wait for it to cool down first.
Yep.
I'm a pro, sir. I do this for a living at this point. I just wait till it cools down and then I will gladly take your hose.
Yeah. I think I was the only kid that got a car that wasn't a total piece of crap. I was also the only kid that got given a car, which my brothers and sisters were kind of annoyed at. But I was also my mom's last kid. So
my brother still to this day goes, you were given a car. And I'm like, nah, bitch, I paid for that. Paid for that junky thing.
Yeah.
And my brother's so funny. He's always so mad about things I got. And I'm like, but I paid for it.
What was your first car?
A Ford Taurus. I told my parents, I
Okay.
don't want red and I don't want Ford. And I got a red Ford Taurus. $1,600 or something. It was ridiculous. But I will tell you, that car lasted me all of my time in Lake LA, a few accidents. We brought it to Ohio. I got in another accident.
Oh my gosh.
And my dad ended up selling it or letting his like children's pastor or
so it was still
some
going.
pastor. It was still going.
That's unheard of for Ford.
This car was in somebody's front yard and like a drunk driver plowed through their yard.
Oh, dang.
And took it out. And that is how that car died. But other than that, that car was still, oh man. And I was like, I'm going to make this thing ugly. I had a zebra like dash cover.
Yeah.
It was so bad I couldn't use it. It would reflect on the window.
Oh my gosh.
But then I had a zebra steering wheel cover. Loved my individuality.
Yeah.
Expression. Hated the car, but it's all good.
My first car was a 96 Toyota Corolla, and it was like a royal blue color. But it was my mom's car. Yeah. It was my mom's car, and then she gave it to me. And then when I met my husband, it was actually broken down. That's how we met. He fixed my car, and the rest is history. But once we got together and we were like officially a couple, he actually took my car, got it painted. He made all of my doors electric because they were not. So I had electric doors and windows. He changed the doors out and everything. He gave me keyless entry. So he like really made it cooler.
He made it a Lake LA Bentley.
Seriously. And after I had my second, I ended up getting a Scion XB, but we kept my Corolla. And once my oldest niece started driving, we gave her that car. So that was actually my niece's first car. And then we finally sold it for like $500 to some old man out here. So I used to see it all the time. But then I saw it broken down in somebody's yard out here.
Which is where everything goes to die.
Yeah. So it ran for so long, though. And if it was taken care of, that Toyota would have gone many more years. It had a new engine in it. My husband put a brand new engine in it.
Man, you met him and you were like, this man's fixing my car?
I've had so many cars, too.
Oh, yeah. I haven't really. Well, I've had more cars since I met Sean, but
yeah.
As a kid, it was like whatever I got, I kept forever. So when Sean and I worked at CarMax, that's how we started talking initially, was I drove this old Subaru Forester, and he would always joke about the rust bucket in the parking lot. And I was like, well, it gets me where I need to go.
Yeah.
I paid $500 for it.
Yeah.
When I got it, it had 135,000 miles on it. I think it died. My brother called my dad and said, well, you told me to call you if it ever happened. My dad was like, you had a baby? What's happening? And he goes, nope. The
car
Subaru died.
Wow.
But it was like I want to say it was like 500,000 miles. It was insane. An insane amount of miles.
They just do not make cars that last that long anymore.
No.
Unfortunately.
I paid $500 for that thing, and the guy who sold it to me was like a traveling salesman.
Oh,
He
okay.
kept a machete in between the driver's seat and the thing. I swear, wherever my dad and John sold that car, the machete is with it to this day.
Really?
It was always in there. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
We should definitely wrap this episode up.
All right.
So we hope you had fun this week. Let us know if you also watched this, fell in love with my psychiatrist.
Tell us where you watched it. Honestly, tell us who you watched it with, like what creator, because and if it's worth a watch, because I'm willing to watch it if they're gonna add value. Like Psychology in Seattle definitely does.
Let us know your theories on the Amy Bradley case. Do you think she's still alive?
Yeah.
I think they're still working it too. So we'll probably get dates. Hopefully. That'll be nice.
And I'll put that on my list to watch and actually watch it. And then I will still haven't watched the Karen Reed one, if you guys ever wondered. Nope.
Oh my God.
But
well, girl, when that season 2 comes out, I'm there.
Yeah.
But
Also
how beautiful what?
Taylor Swift is putting out a new album.
We didn't miss it. Okay, everybody saw it. Everybody saw it.
I also think she's doing the Super Bowl, and that
So
she
do
laid
I.
breadcrumbs for that. I
will not be watching.
I do not believe that there are only 12 tracks.
Is that what she said?
I think yes. But if you look down in the left-hand thing of the video, there was a Pinocchio, and I do think she's lying. I either think, remember when we were kids? Sorry, and then we'll wrap up, I promise. Remember when we were kids and you would let the last song play?
Mm-hmm.
And there'd be like a minute of silence.
Oh, yeah.
And then another.
Yeah.
I think she did that on the CDs.
Interesting.
Because there was a thing behind her. It said 90s. And in that book, it talks about some things from the 90s. But it, I believe, references that. But also on the things online, it says the number 13. So I think when you take all that away, it's going to say like 13th bonus track or something like that. I also have a theory that we're going to get a sister album. She did this a lot in the video.
Oh, like a number 2?
Yes, which she did when she announced the Dead Poets Society, her last album. She did this, and it was a sister album. Anyways,
I don't
follow
I just have a theory.
Taylor. I wish I have today in church. I was like, there's Easter eggs in the Bible, and then I was like, I wish people followed Easter eggs in the Bible like they follow Taylor Swift, because I think half of Taylor Swift's are fake.
True that.
Or like misleading. But
yeah.
Anyways, so yes, Thank you for coming. I think we brought the chaos. We definitely had some company.
Yeah.
If you've been here since week 1, tell us in the comments below what week you started watching. What was your first episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And happy Friday. And we'll see you next week.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.